students, and today we are going to discuss about user interface design with few more components. So far we have used a few components like edit text, text view, buttons, checkboxes, radio buttons, then toggle buttons, switch case, and also image view, then video view. So today we are going to see sample a Wi-Fi application and also scroll view and list view. Scroll view is sample Wi-Fi application, whether your Wi-Fi should be on off. So for this you have to connect to your mobile phone and check whether your Wi-Fi connectivity is on and off. Then that's a sample Wi-Fi application, and scroll view is where you can scroll it vertically, okay, upwards and downwards. And list view is where you are going to display the contents one after the other serially or linearly, one after the other, and the list can be numbered or unnumbered, unordered. Okay, so this is a sample Wi-Fi application where you need a class android.net.wifi.wifi manager. So this is a class, Wi-Fi manager class can be used to manage the Wi-Fi connectivity. Until and unless this you are not importing this package, your library, then you cannot use your Wi-Fi manager. Wi-Fi manager helps us to monitor and to manage on and off of your Wi-Fi connectivity. So it can be used to add the network, to disable the network. Add the network is owning and off the network means disabling the network, and scan for access points, disconnect, etc. So this is the layout where we have taken relative layout, and here we have in the relative layout we have taken a namespace, Android class, and tools, then layout width, layout height. These are the paths that have been displaying your tools and Android namespaces. Then width and height we are giving match parent, as this is the relative layout. We are giving these two parameters within the layout, so match parent. Then tools.context.main activity we have to give. Now we have taken two different buttons. So one button to enable Wi-Fi and the second button to disable Wi-Fi. Now one button, button 1, second button, button 2. Similarly, text enable Wi-Fi, disable Wi-Fi. And in between we have width, height, and these are the alignments, margins we are going to give. Similarly for button 2 also, these are the layout, width and height along with the margins that we are going to give. Okay, next, sample Wi-Fi application, whatever the design we have done, that you have to extract it to your Java. So here take the package and activity and Android view menu and view. In view we have used only buttons and Wi-Fi manager, so this one and this one is mandatory. So we need to use a Wi-Fi manager, so we have to use what? Android.net.wifi.wifi manager library. Now main activity extends the activity. Here button, enable button, disable button. What are these enable button and disable button? For two buttons we have taken these two names. Okay. Now after set content view, in the enable button you need to take button 1. In the disable button you are taking button 2 from the XML. So button 1, button 2 means what? This is button 1, button 2, the name or the ID of your buttons. So those two we have been accessed here. By using find view by ID, the button 1 is stored to enable button, so enable button is assigned that. Button 2 is used to disable, so button 2 is assigned to disable button. Okay, these are again user defined here, no need to give like that. Now on create, within the on click listener, what we have to give? The both are buttons. So when you are giving a button, enable button and disable button also should be given what? Set on click listener, two on click listeners. So within the on click listener, you are just making Wi-Fi manager get system service. Get system service you have to use for enabling. Get system service is used for disabling. So one is context.wifi service. Context.wifi service. A Wi-Fi service can be provided by the Wi-Fi manager, for which we have used android.net.wifi manager. So that package, in that package we have Wi-Fi manager class and these are the methods that are used to provide the services of the Wi-Fi. That is get system service. Okay. Now, Wi-Fi set Wi-Fi enabled. If it is enabled, then it will be true. If it is true, that means what? Your Wi-Fi is enabled. Now, if it is false, that means what? Your Wi-Fi is disabled. So, this is a program where you can enable your Wi-Fi application and disable your Wi-Fi application using the packages and various methods. And here if you see on create options menu. So, here inflate the menu. This adds the items to action bar if it is present. Okay, get menu inflator. Get menu inflator means or dot menu dot activity main under that menu. So, if you wanted to add any of the items in the action bar, then you will be using this get menu inflator. Okay, get menu inflator will take a parameter called or dot menu dot main activity. Means from the menu what is being clicked. So, that particular action bar action will be performed into this inflator. Okay, and it returns true. Now, along with the design part and also along with the Java part, we also have to make some changes in the manifest file. What is a manifest file? Manifest file will be accessing, or it will be by default you will have for every program. Whatever checkboxes, radio buttons, for every program we have that, because manifest file will be managing a complete manifest of your application Gradle build. That means applications, intents, permissions, okay, whatever you want, all will be managed from the manifest file itself. Now, for Wi-Fi application also, your Wi-Fi manager should enable and disable. For enabling and disabling, you need some permissions. So, you have to add these permissions in the manifest file. What is that? Permission, Android name. What is Android name? Access Wi-Fi state. Means until and unless you access your current Wi-Fi state in the system, you cannot enable or you cannot disable. Okay. So, by having the access only, you can just make the changes. Then the other one is internet. So, if you have a router and if you have an internet facility, then only you can enable the Wi-Fi and use your internet wisely. So, that is why this one permission to access your Wi-Fi state, the other permission to access your internet. Okay, internet. Next, third permission is again change the Wi-Fi state, because you can make it as on, you can make it as off. By owning it, you are enabling. By offing it, you are disabling. So, what is happening? This enable and disable, it is being changing between these two states. The change should be done. For that, again, you are taking the permission, change Wi-Fi state permission from the manifest file. So, one is for access, the other is for internet, and the third one is for changing the permissions. These three are required, and these three lines you have to add it in your manifest file. Okay. That's about the Wi-Fi application. Moving further, we have different components like scroll view and list view. Scroll view, where it helps you to scroll the page when you have a larger amount of text in your page. Now, view group, that allows the view hierarchy placed within to be scrolled. Scroll view supports vertical scrolling only. You don't have a horizontal scrolling. So, for horizontal scrolling, again you have to use horizontal scroll view. Now, here we have layout. Within the layout, you are using scroll view, which is a component used for scrolling vertically. Okay, and within the layout, whatever you want to customize, that you can customize. Clear? Now, this is the code, sample code, that we include a scroll view and also list view. Now, in this example, I am showing you how to include your scroll view. After the layout and the layout parameters, you are using a scroll view with the layout width and height. And this cannot be wrap content, because your scrolling should be done throughout your activity. If you have your activity, if you have 2 pages, that scrolling should be done between all the 2 pages, so vertically. So, that is why it should match the complete activity size. So, that is why we are giving match parent. Then text view, whatever. Because why you are giving text view inside the scrolling? You have closed the scroll view later after the text view, because you have to display some text. Until and unless you have a sufficient text to get it into the next page, you can't, your scrolling option is not useful, right? When you can use your scrolling when you have a larger amount of text in your activity. So for that reason we are using the Android text view, Android colon text, whatever the text you wanted to display, you can just write it. Okay, so it's about the scroll view, and the same can be done in your activity main.activity. Just main.activity will be given. Now string.xml is nothing but here whatever the text view is there you need to give some sort of text. This is the rough text that we have included throughout your string.xml. This is the file which is stored under the resources. So string.xml will have a parent tag called resource, because in the anatomy under resource folder you have something called XML folder. Inside the XML folder you have to store the string.xml, where this is the external resource file that is being placed in the resources and in the string.xml, where all this text, that whatever the text you are giving, this text will be displayed in the resources. So this is a rough text that we have given, and you have to paste it in the resources. Now coming to the list view. List view displays a vertical scrollable collection of views, and where each view is positioned immediately below the previous one. Means you have one list here, so immediately after that, linearly fashion, one after the other it has to be displayed. List view, again match parent, height also match parent, and set adapter is used like a spinner. For spinner, for drop down list also we have used adapter. This adapter class is used, or this adapter method set adapter is used to set your list view. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4 something like this, so the adapter is used. What is that? What is the item that is been selected by the user? So the adapter class will take that particular thing and it will be displayed. So for which you need to set adapter. Okay. So this is an example for list view. Similar to the scroll view, you have a list view. So list view is there here, and layout width, wrap content, layout height, wrap content, and Android ID, we have given the ID. This is simple list view is used to print in the horizontal vertically. Okay, one after the other. Now in this we are giving a set content view, or.layout.main activity, that is common, and all here if you see here, activity, bundle, and extends app compact activity, all this is common, but the two things that you have to add for this list view is one widget, two widgets, one for error adapter and one for list view. These libraries should be included, because you need to include the number of items, multiple items, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, so on. Multiple items have been added. Then you are using an array adapter with the object adapter, and this main activity is taking r.layout.simple list items, where all your items can be listed. Okay, so list view is a class where it is taking a list view object and find view by ID. Whatever the ID you have given in the activity main.xml, that ID is being assigned to your list view. Now your set adapter is listing all your list view items using a adapter. Okay. So this is the output that will be look like for the program that we have discussed so far. So item 1, 2, 3, how many items you are giving, that many items can be displayed. The output for this list view. So what we have to do, just go to the file, take new project, and here take empty views activity, then click on next. So make here list view. Okay, list view, some name we are giving, and we are taking API 26 and more. There's above 8.0 version, the Oreo, and we are selecting the language Java. Okay, now where all your projects are, C, users, Nulla, Android Studio projects. So here are your projects. Now click on just finish. So this is the activity that is been building. Now what we have to do, go to your main activity, go to code. Now here I'm just removing all the existing code. Now let me paste the list view. Okay, then here I'm taking a number of items. These are the two components, libraries that you wanted to add. So just add those two. Then we are giving the items along with the array adapter. Okay. Okay. Now let me. So here we are using API 34. Let me change the changes to 34. Then here also it is showing some error. Google Android material. So it is older one. So updated one is 1, 2. Okay. Now using API 34. Okay. Click on sync now because we have changed the build.gradle application to 34 and 1.12. So versions. So just run it. By using adapter and also by using the list view component and its libraries, we are going to set adapter and where the list of items can be listed in the bulleting order like a bullets. So the screen is launching. This is the icon. So these are the items. So list view item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, these are the listed. Now similarly you can take help of scroll view code and you can run and check your scroll view. Hope you all have understood this. Thank you all.